Hello and welcome to the LotHype Fan Face-off. I'm Cody.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're in round 3, and we have a face-off for you this evening. We have DCI World Champion Santa Clara Vanguard 1989 up against 1993 Star of Indiana, and you get to decide the winner.
Let's take a look at each show, starting off with Santa Clara Vanguard 1989, Phantom of the Opera. You know what they say, Cody. If at first you don't succeed, try again. This was the second consecutive year SCV did a rendition of Andrew Lloyd Webber's famous musical, The Phantom of the Opera.
And while some accuse Vanguard of just recycling the same show, this is a misconception that haunts like a phantom itself. While the main inspiration is the same, the musical arrangement and visual presentation are very much different and present two different shows, each with their own merit.
While the first attempt received second place, 89 earned Santa Clara their 5th world title with a score of 98.8, scoring first in percussion, general effect, and performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1989 DCI World Champion with a score of 98.8, the Santa Clara Vanguard. Marketing manager for Ledwig Drum Company. The revolving championship.
1989 broke Vanguard's 4-year streak of second place in a huge way. At the time, it was the highest scoring show in DCI's history, and it would hold this honor for over a decade, finally being surpassed in 2002.
The show brings some innovation to the activity, being one of the earlier uses of props and costuming, with giant phantom masks adorning the back sidelines, along with every member of the corps proper wearing phantom masks. Even the front ensemble had masquerade masks, no doubt setting the stage leading up to that legendary opening impact.
The show has been called magical, and has undoubtedly become part of Santa Clara's identity.
But of course, we have to mention that absolutely phenomenal closer. Having the baritone solo leading into a company arc only for it to then become a company front. A jaw-dropping performance that left audiences on its feet. But then there's the mystery as well. Where does the Phantom go at the end?
In a feat of magic itself, the Phantom disappears under a white sheet, leaving only the mask behind. After all these years, I think we finally figured it out. If you look closely, you can see some wriggling by a black floor mat on the prop. We believe he hides under the black mat, perhaps pulling off the greatest magic trick in DCI.
A fitting ending to such a renowned show, wouldn't you say?
I would. It's easy to see why some would argue this is the best show of all time.
Well, that's up for the fans to decide, especially when it's up against the legendary show that is Star of Indiana 1993, the music of Barber and Bartók.
Star of Indiana was an interesting case study in the world of DCI. They were founded in 1984 by the late Bill Cook. Star was fully sponsored by Bill's medical manufacturing company, Cook Group, with a startup cost of $1 million. They were the first of its kind, a fully corporate sponsored drum corps.
Unflatteringly nicknamed the best drum corps money could buy, Star showed what happened when money wasn't an issue. Their first season, they had brand new buses, semis, and even their own rehearsal space. With the pride of Cincinnati going inactive and the Bridgemen showing signs of the same, Star had a top-tier instructional staff right out of the gate.
And this all paid off in a huge way, with Star of Indiana making finals their first year in the activity. They went on to make finals every year of their existence.
Dominant throughout the early 90s, after only 7 years of activity, Star went cross to cross to win the DCI World Championship in 1991.
Then finally, we reach 1993.
And what a fitting closer to sign a historic send-off to a historic corps. But this wasn't the end of Star, however. In 1994, Star of Indiana left DCI and went on to partner with the Canadian Brass to create Brass Theater. And then in 1999, they created the stage show Blast.
All these years later, we look fondly at the powerhouse show of '93, and we look at how in only 9 years, Star of Indiana was able to rise to the top of DCI and capture the attention of the entire world. It's easy to see why some would consider this to be the best show of all time.
Well, that's up for the fans to decide in the LotHype Fan Favorite Face-off. We're Drumspeak, and this has been a look at Star of Indiana 1993. Thanks for watching.